Okay, David, tell us where you're at right now.
Right now, working on getting the electrical system off of this. Quite a few things I don't really recognize because I'm used to a carbureted engine, but just labeling everything and where it goes so I can get it back together. Very minimal vacuum lines external to the engine. There's a couple of throttle plate vacuum lines, but it's nothing serious. And then it's a matter of getting this electronics disconnected and then getting a chain around these, disconnect the transmission from the truck, and then rip the whole thing out.
Do you have any surprises that you've come in contact with or any disappointments?
This coolant line for the heater core is really causing me problems. I can't get to it very well. It's huge. I think it's like a 1 inch fitting, and I just don't have a wrench that size. I have to use a damn crescent wrench. It's not great. Not a great situation. So that's about it for right now.
All right. And today is April 25th, 2015. Okay, this is day 4 of David working on his project. David, can you give us an update?
So what we have is the engine out, and you can see that here.
Okay.
We have the engine out, we had the transmission, we pulled that all at once, and then we disconnected the transfer case from that. I think I'm going to reuse all of this because it seems like the components are in a little bit better condition than the ones that are in my vehicle. I might not have originally planned on using the transfer case. But if you look down in here, you can see everything's pretty much gone. We got the wiring out today, and all the wiring, got the heater core out, stuff like that, and we'll hopefully get the heater core from this truck in my truck. We'll see if that works out. Kind of got discouraged today about that, but because I found that giant hole back there in the firewall that I didn't know was going to be there. And so, I mean, if I'm going to put that in my truck, it means I have to cut that hole. So I don't think it would be a huge deal, but it's just something I have to do and something I didn't think about or account for.
Okay, so since we did get a video of you lifting the engine out of the truck, what was your experience like doing that?
It wasn't too bad. I had to take the front of the truck off because the height that I have here is just not enough. Just not enough for what I needed. And even with that, my chain's a little too long, and by the time I realized that my transmission wasn't clearing, I was already out of the truck, so I couldn't set it back down and shorten this up. So I just went with it, and eventually I tried rolling the truck out from underneath the transmission, and that worked. But right when it fell off the concrete here, the front wheels fell off the concrete, I managed to get a chock block under it right that instant. It wedged underneath there, and so I couldn't move the truck either way. And so I brought my other truck up here and tried to push it, and that didn't work because the angle back there, it went right up on top of it. So I couldn't even push it. So I eventually just started smacking on it with a big bar, and it got the chock block out of there. That was a real experience.
And did you have any?
The engine pull was real easy.
Did you have any assistance moving the engine out, or did you do it all by yourself?
Oh yeah, I did it all by myself yesterday.
Good job. How are you feeling?
As far as engine goes, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The electrical components and all the computer like sitting there, it's all just going to be a little daunting. A lot of stuff that my truck just doesn't have, but this one does, and we'll see if it works. I'm not 100% sure on if it's all going to go in there like I expect it to.
All right. Well, best of luck, David. Keep going.